Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and I was out of town for a few weeks, so I'll be doing a modified top 12 list covering the 12 highest selling baseball cards from November of 2021 this month. Same rules as last month, I'll be sticking to auction sales only, and I'll be covering over 15 major auction houses, such as eBay, Heritage, Golden, Memory Lane, and many others. And kicking things off at number 12 is this 1955 Topps Roberto Clemente rookie, card number 164. This PSA 8.5 copy received 18 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $186,000. This card is a PSA 8.5 pop of 7 with 12 copies graded higher, including a pop of 1 in a PSA 10. This is the new record sale of this card in a PSA 8.5, while the all-time record sale of this card comes in a PSA 9 that sold for just over $1.1 million at a Golden auction back in March of 2021. Coming in at number 11 is this 1909 T206 White Borders Ty Cobb. This PSA 8 copy received 18 bids at the same Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $210,000. There has been only 36 copies of this bat-off-shoulder variation of this Ty Cobb that have been graded by PSA, and this is a PSA 8 pop of 2 with none graded higher. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company, as a PSA 8 held the previous record, selling for $138,000 back in July of 2021. We get another classic vintage baseball card to kick off the top 10 with this 1953 Topps Jackie Robinson, card number 1. This PSA 9 copy received 29 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $252,000. This is the second highest sale of this card in any grade by any grading company. With around 3,200 copies of this card being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 9 pop of 8 with one graded higher PSA 10. Up next at number 9 is this 1938 Goudey Joe DiMaggio, card number 274. This SGC 9 received 12 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $276,000. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by SGC and is not far off from the all-time record sale. That all-time record sale of this card came in a PSA 9 that sold for $288,000 at a Heritage auction back in 2017. Coming in at number 8 is this 1909 T206 Old Mill Ty Cobb, card number 96. This PSA 8 received 23 bids at the same Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $312,000. This red portrait background Ty Cobb has been graded 83 times by PSA, and this is a PSA 8 pop of 1 for the highest graded copy. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company. The previous record was held by this exact pop of 1 PSA 8 that sold for $75,600 at a Memory Lane auction back in April of 2019. Up next at number 7 is this 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, card number 311. This PSA 7 copy received 48 bids at the PWCC Premier auction that took place on November 20th and also sold for $312,000. This is the new record sale of this card in a PSA 7, while the all-time record sale of this 1952 Mickey Mantle is still held by a PSA 9 copy that sold for $5.2 million at a private sale that took place back in January of 2021. With over 1,600 copies of this card graded by PSA, this is a PSA 7 pop of 76 with 66 copies graded higher, including a pop of 2 and a PSA 10. Just missing the top 5 of today's list is this 1949 Bowman Jackie Robinson, card number 50. This PSA 9 copy received 21 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $360,000. With just under 1,500 copies of this card graded by PSA, this is a PSA 9 pop of 10 with none graded higher. This is the second highest sale of this card, while the record sale is also held by a PSA 9 that sold for $522,750 at a Golden auction back in April of 2021. On an interesting note, while doing research for this video, I found an SGC 10 sales comp of this card that sold for $39,000 all the way back in 2008. We get our first modern era baseball card to kick off the top 5 with this 1993 SP Derek Jeter rookie, card number 279. This Jeter rookie in a PSA 10 received 16 bids at the Mile High auction that took place on November 11th and sold for $369,629. With over 20,000 copies of this card being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 10 pop of 21. And the all-time record sale of this card also came in a PSA 10 that sold for $480,000 back in May of 2021. We get another classic vintage rookie card at number 4 with this 1955 Topps Sandy Koufax, card number 123. This PSA 9 copy received 20 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $384,000. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company and beats out the previous record sale by about $15,000. With over 9,000 copies of this card being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 9 pop of 23 with only 3 copies graded higher in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 3 is this 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle, card number 253. This PSA 8 copy received 17 bids at the Heritage auction on November 20th and sold for $420,000. This sale falls nearly $200K short of the record sale of this card in a PSA 8, while the all-time record sale comes in a PSA 9 that sold for $750K back in April of 2018. With just under 2,300 copies of this card being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 8 pop of 53 with 10 copies graded higher, including a pop of 1 PSA 10. Up next at number 2 is this 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson, card number 79. This PSA 8 copy received 21 bids at the Heritage auction that took place on November 20th and sold for $444,000. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company. The previous record sale was held by a PSA 9 copy that sold for $336,000 back in 2019. With just over 1,500 copies of this card being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 8 pop of 40 with only 7 copies graded higher, all in a PSA 9. Topping off today's list for the 12 highest selling baseball cards from November of 2021 is this 1916 Sporting News Babe Ruth, card number 151. This PSA 7 copy received 43 bids at the Mile High auction that took place on November 11th and sold for $2.4 million. This is the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company. With only 14 copies of this card ever being graded by PSA, this is a PSA 7 pop of 1 with 1 copy graded higher in a PSA 8. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to hopefully at least getting a top 15 or a top 20 list back next month. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.